My name's Scott Kindred. I'm an engineer on the Enlarged Cotter Dam project. I take care of the saddle dams here. There's 2 saddle dams on the job. This is my first job with John Hollands, and it's not a bad job to start with at all. It's got everything basically: roads, earthworks, concrete. In this case, saddle dams are earth-fill embankment dams. They've got a clay core, and they're used, there's 2 saddle dams. They're used to the northwest of the main concrete dam to plug 2 low-lying valleys to create the full supply level in the main dam. They're auxiliary dams that are used to dam low-lying valleys to get that full supply. They're about 20-25 metres high from bottom to top, and about 300 metres long each of them, fairly similar in size and shape. They're fairly significant. They've got a lot of earthworks involved in them. Clay, there's sand filters on each side of the clay, and then there's rock fill on each side of those sand filters. So all in all, about 150,000 cubic metres of earth and clay and sand filters. So fairly significant works in themselves, yeah. Prior to joining Hollands, I was working in a consulting firm up in Sydney. They did sort of management consulting work, client-sided type company, so I've come over to get a bit closer to the action, I suppose, a bit closer to the construction side and join the contracting side of things. It's very much getting my hands dirty and getting out there and seeing how it's done and being part of the team and actually, you know, building things and being part of it. Well, foundation's really one of the key, if not the key, to the success of the dam. Getting that foundation down onto a good quality of rock to then start building back up from is fundamental to ensuring that there's no seepage through the dam over time. If you're not on a decent foundation, then you're going to get water flowing underneath the dam. Maybe all well and good to have that clay core working effectively, but if water can get under that clay core through the rock and the foundation that's underneath it, then there hasn't been a lot of success. So the foundation work involves sort of excavating back down to a good quality rock. A drill and grout process came through to seal up any of the deeper down, 30 metres down, joints and fissures that sit below there. And then the rock surface is cleaned up further and shotcreted to provide a really good seal between the clay core and the rock that sits underneath it. When the main dam gets to its full supply, the saddle dams would be getting wet feet is what it's called. So the saddle dams would get water about halfway up the constructed height is the full supply level, and then the reason for the next 10 to 15 metres of height in the saddle dams is for those maximum floods and those rare events where the water levels increase even higher. So it matches the height of the main dam. Where the main dam's at this height, the saddle dams are in the neighbouring valleys at that same height. Well, I think it's just being part of a team, you know. It's a collaborative, cooperative sort of atmosphere, and everyone's working together towards a common goal, and that's certainly something that I like about it. It's a nice balance of being indoors, doing some planning and still doing a bit of administrative type work, and then being able to get out and see those plans and those programs coming into play out in the field. Now, that sort of balance is certainly something I enjoy about it. And then I suppose construction-wise, it's always nice to be seeing something physical coming out the end of your work as well. So this is my last week for a little while at the Cotter Dam. So next week I'll be going through a bit of a handover process with some of the other guys that I work with before finishing up on Thursday night to head north to Sydney for my wedding on Saturday, in fact, to my lovely bride, who shall be waiting up there for me, I hope.